Are you stuck? How about unhappy? Join Alena Chapman, author, mentor, and life coach for Magical Moments with Alena as she challenges you to get out of the doldrum and start living your life to the fullest. In just 60 minutes, Alena will help you take control of your life and push you to do the things you never thought you'd do. So get ready to take back your power and celebrate life with Magical Moments featuring Alena Chapman.
Welcome to Magical Moments for that ease and betterment in your life. And I'm your host, Alena Chapman. And today we are going to be talking. You're going to have me as a guest, first of all, okay? So here I am, Alena Chapman, the guest. All right. So, hey, I have people come to me all the time. Alena, how do I manifest this in my life? Is it possible to manifest something overnight? How come I'm trying so hard, working so hard, and it's still not coming? These are the questions I hear. So I thought, okay, on this Magical Moments, we're going to do a little bit of a talk on manifesting and momentum. Okay? Here we go. First of all, guys, the best time or the people who manifest the most, let's just face it, the people that manifest the most, that really get things going, you're just like, my gosh, it looks like they just have the golden touch. Guess what it is? They don't have resistance. And really, it does come down to that. Resistance. What is resistance? Resistance are those crazy thoughts that go into your head, and they just... overthinkers. You think you're being so thorough, you're overthinking it to death. Resistance. It really isn't our fault totally, but we've got to stop it. You see, I love this one. I had a mentor who taught me this. I always think of we have the mind, body, and spirit. And I always help people to connect to the soul. Now, but the soul is connected to divinity, to God. Okay? That is our spirit connected to something higher. Now, this is the thing. I love the way she puts it because it's so simple. She puts it as the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the superconscious mind. I love that. I love that superconscious mind. That is your soul. That is your that beautiful intuition people talk about. That is a connection to divinity. It is like this direct highway right to God. Okay? But this is the thing. We have that wonderful subconscious mind. That subconscious mind is a sponge from the ages 1 to 7 or 1 to 5. I like to say 1 to 7. And with that, we are soaking up all the, no, I can't do that. Oh my gosh, I'm supposed to be this way. Oh, I've got to fit in this way. I've got to be, I dream too much. I am bossy. I don't listen to the teacher. I don't hear the directions. I do my own thing. I like to tease the boys. Okay? No, can't do any of that. Can't do any of that. Can't do any of that. I want to be this. Can't do that either. And we learn all the no's. All the no's. And believe it or not, that is changing us to live in a society, in a culture. When we are born, we are our soul. You can see it. Look in any newborn's eyes. You can see they are vibrant. They are alive. They are still connected totally to that I. We call it the I. And that is the soul. That's the super consciousness. But then, as soon as they start walking, we start in with the nose. But this is what happens. Our subconscious mind is just grabbing that stuff and storing it. No, 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 no. Bullied in school, log that in. The teacher doesn't like me, log that in. And we log in all these experiences. And that starts to form how we see ourselves and how we see ourselves in this life. And it adds resistance. Now, science says, just for a fact here, that People live 95% from their subconscious mind, not from the conscious mind, not from the thinking, I am here sitting in a chair, but from the subconscious mind, all my beliefs. Now, what does that mean? Well, that means we have a lot of resistance. That means we're living from past experiences that affected us. Some are good, but a lot of them are not. And it alters our behavior. It alters how we see people. It alters how we see situations. It alters how we take opportunities. Or we stay safely in our little zone of who we think we're supposed to be and what we think we're supposed to do. Very interesting, isn't it? And test this out. You know, when you're really busy and you're driving down the road and you get to a stoplight and you think, oh my gosh, how did I get here? That was the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind got you there. It certainly wasn't the present mind, the conscious mind, because your conscious mind was thinking forward and backwards and everywhere else in time, but it wasn't in the moment. But your subconscious mind said, I'll get you there. See, it does good things too. But when it starts getting into that resistance, oh, I want to make $1 million, but I just don't know. Is it possible? I want to have that love in my life, but is it even possible? Is there really a perfect person out there for me? Hear it? That's resistance. It really is. So how do we get rid of this resistance? How do we stop the resistance so that we can be the people that just live with that abundance and that beautiful success and that love we so deserve? That's the key. So I'll jump you over. One of the ways is to start to believe in what you believe in. Believe in something higher. And I mean it. This is important. Whether that is you're spiritual and you have source, or you believe in that super conscious mind, or you believe in God, this is where you have to totally believe. You know how many people say, oh, I believe, but then when it comes to trying to achieve anything, do anything, I hear constantly, well, I just don't know. I just don't know. When we're in the crisis, I just don't know if I'll get through this. Of course you'll get through this. Of course you can have what you want. It is so interesting. I think we need to, knock at that door. And if you look at what Jesus said, these and all these beautiful things are here for you. He did not say, oh, all pain and suffering is there for yours for the taking. He said all the abundance and joy, all those things you want are here for you. He also said something very interesting. He also said that, that do not sin, do not have evil, do not think of evil. There is no evil. Do not have evil, because there is no evil. And what he means is in our minds, we have like two gods. We have that evil side and we have the good side. And the evil side is that side that is the subconscious limiting beliefs. It is what keeps us. That Napoleon Hill wrote a whole book on it, dealing with the devil. Well, that was his own mind. All the negative thoughts. And I was in mindset for a very long time. And I saw that the more I talked about thoughts, the more people only concentrated on the thoughts. And they never got out of the cycle of getting into where they needed to be, which is that belief. So how do you build the belief? Oh my gosh, guys, you start feeding it to yourself. You do the meditations that help you get to that incredible place inside, that sweet spot, I call it, of the vastness and the inner knowing. You start to connect to yourself, okay? You start to do the journeys. I have wonderful guided journeys that I give people so that they can connect to their inner self and to divinity. You do things like reading spiritual leaders that you believe in and love. and you start to read things and listen to things that show you the glory. You pick music that lifts you up. You do things that lift your vibration up. And my gosh, just start believing that when you say, I am filled with that beautiful light of healing, love, and abundance, all doors will open to me, opportunities will open, and miracles will happen today. Just start that in the morning. That little wonderful, and we're going to talk about that really quickly today. That wonderful little belief changer will help you all of a sudden. I did that yesterday when I was walking on a nature path. I said that. I opened up to the sun and I said, the light just fills me. All abundance and goodness and support and love fill my heart. And I spread it with joy. And I felt my body being filled with the glorious light. And that builds your faith in yourself. Without having that belief, then we are always doomed to live by past experiences. But when we start believing that there is something there, some incredible power that is always walking with us. And here's the big thing, that beautiful vortex, as Abraham Hicks says, and I call it heavenly zone, same thing. That heavenly zone is for us. That everyone up there in the heavenly skies is here to support us, not here to judge, but we have to knock. We have to say. And this is what I want to talk about next. How do we say? When I was studying with Wayne Dyer, way back when, they had the thing affirmations. We went through a whole thing, and it still is affirmations, say these things. And it was interesting because I didn't resonate with it. I mean, I know it's the whole basis of self-improvement, but I didn't resonate with it. Why? Because it just seemed, okay, I'm saying this, but, it's not really reaching into my subconscious mind. I'm looking in one eye, I'm looking in the other. So then I made tapes. Tapes really worked. But it still didn't resonate so much. That's why you don't hear me talk about affirmations so much. But what I love, I started to create and listen to people who did this. And this is different. It's saying these phrases that are like linking you to divinity. Just like I said with the light. And when I open those phrases that I gave you just now, they open you up to something bigger than you. It does something magical because it tricks the subconscious mind. If I close my eyes and I look and I see up in my wonderful heavenly zone, the vortex, and I see a purse overflowing with money or a wallet you can have whatever you want, overflowing with money. And I say, all abundance and prosperity come to me by divine right. I open my heart and my soul and my life to receive all this abundance and prosperity by the grace and mercy of God. How can your subconscious mind fight that? Oh, I'm not worthy. Of course you are. By divine right, you are. Do you see how it works? And all of a sudden, your subconscious mind goes, wait, I can't logically do anything with this. It does. And you start to feel incredibly good. I call in all my strength, my health, if you're not feeling good, my strength and my health by divine right and the guiding light filling me. I call it in to be in my being now. So may it be. Amen. That's all you have to do. One thing I learned, these little sayings are incredible. You will feel it changes. It automatically takes your vibration and puts it somewhere else in a good place. You all of a sudden feel strong and healthy. And I can do this. I can heal. I can heal myself. All of a sudden, it like is a new surge. And people say, well, is this real? Yes, it's real. Because if you are on the vibration of I need, I can't heal, I need this pill, I can't heal, you're going to stay there. Any doctor will tell you that. I learned that in the emergency room when my mom was there. Every doctor said, we got to get them to believe they can heal. Yeah, because if you don't believe it, you won't. If you own that sickness, you won't. You got to jump out of that. And the best way to do that is to start to believe that something is there, and it is. How can I say that? Because I've felt it in my life at the most crucial times. It's there, folks. It is there. But you got to open to it. And if that bothers you, put it in another way, like business, or we'll do a wonderful one about business. I have a magical business full of magical ways. I give magical service for magical pay. I love rhymes. Because rhymes remember. And all of a sudden you start to think, oh, my business is magical. And it does have success. And we do offer things a magical way. It will invigorate you. And then all of a sudden the magical service and the magical pay, you'll see things just doubling. Or, oh, I have wonderful work for wonderful and wonderful ways, and I give wonderful service for wonderful pay if you work at a job. My son did that. Both my sons have done that. And one is getting a promotion, and another one is wanted by 2 firms. This is no joke. You will see it happen. Now, there's one other key component. And I always talk about the law of gestation. I don't know if you remember that, but I'll give you a little refresher. Law of gestation is the point where I say it's the becoming. You got to become with belief and faith. You got to walk forward. You can't sit on your sofa and eat potato chips. You've got to get up. You've got to walk, because as you walk more in that purpose of knowing who it is you want to be to receive all that goodness from the universe, that life from the universe, then you have to become it. So if you are a person who is asking for that purse, or that wallet that's filled with money to start coming into your life, then you've got to start acting like that person who has that. If you are that person who wants a successful business, you have got to think in a way, or become that person who has that miraculous business, who gives that incredible magical service. And then the magical pay will come. We have to show that we are going to walk the walk. We are going to be an active participant in this. You are co-pilots. And everything you do and become, from the way you dress, your demeanor, how you become that person, that thinking, then all of a sudden says, yeah, she is ready, he is ready. The universe starts bringing stuff in. Because it builds faith in you even more. It's how we believe in ourselves and the belief that everything is our divine right. of all goodness. We're so funny. I talk to people who just really, really think this life is for suffering, and it's not. My gosh, I'll tell you what. When I was sitting on my cloud and I looked down at this earth, do you think I would come down if I thought it was a place of suffering? That I would have a life of just pure awfulness? Do you think I would say, oh, wow, I'm signing up for that right now? No. And who would? If we're all in that heavenly light, or we're all on that wonderful place of the universe, whatever you believe, but it's a good place, why would we come here? Well, we come here not to suffer, but to experience, to get a taste, to create and to taste, to see what, to experience what it feels like to have that humanly love, to experience what it's like to have a child, to experience what it's like to create that incredible business that you brought from your imagination into this world. We're here to squish our toes in the sand of a beautiful beach, or to feel that water, or to see, have an experience where we come face to face with an animal we've never seen and communicate. We are here to just experience life. And so with that, don't you think that we deserve what we deserve, that we deserve the help, and that everything is there for us to use to experience this? Yes. Everything is for our evolution of our soul. There is nothing in there about suffering. And every challenge that we have, and this is a key, and I almost forgot, and if we have time, I've got a very special nugget for you right here and now. So if you're going through challenges, or you've got that resistance, here is an incredible thing. Bless it. Bless it. Give thanks for it. Yes, you heard me right. That's one way to beat resistance right over it. When we give gratitude to a situation or a person that is giving us a lot of heck, just creating havoc in our lives, if we bless it or give thanks, then all of a sudden we take away the power that it has over us. Not really long ago, about a year or so ago, I contracted a parasite that was attacking my skin. And everything was not working. I was going nuts. I felt awful. But as soon as I began to bless it, I actually blessed it. It took away the power. I wasn't angry anymore. And then I could open to the strength and health I deserve by divine right. And do you know what? That's what healed it, along with using Western medicine too. But your mind has to be in the right place. And I healed. I healed. I had to step in and knock at that door and say, yes, I am ready. And by blessing it, I didn't have any resistance. I could go with an open heart and say, I'm ready. I didn't have anything hanging over me. Like, oh my God, these things are attacking me. Resistance. No, I had blessed it. So try that. Any challenge, anything you have in your life that is not working for you, bless it. Give gratitude for it, and it will release from you. It will release the power it has over you. Isn't that cool? And then you can go without resistance and say, it is time for a change. So, guys, I know you have questions out there. And if you do, you need to contact me. Go to soulmanifesto.com. And on that contact page, there's a place where you can write questions. So write them. I would love to help you with this. Also, join Soul Talks. We talk about things. Last week, what did we talk about last week? Well, this week we're talking about, we talked about how rituals and sacred spaces can change our lives, and they can. And that was a really good one. I have some fabulous people in that group. And also, this week we're talking about, can you change your destiny? Well, yes and no. You have to sign up to find out. And that's at soulmanifesto.com. So if you are really having questions about this and you want to learn more, I'm so accessible. Check out YouTube. I have value videos all over the place, other episodes of the show. Subscribe to that. Learn how to overcome confrontation or fear or just be cool stuff like that. But do something to step into what you deserve. That's what's important. So, have a wonderful week of trying these things, asking questions, getting a hold of me at soulmanifesto.com, and getting your divine right to celebrate that abundance. Because when we do, we fill with love, and spirit is right there. This has been a fun, magical moment. I love you all so much. Have a wonderful week.
This has been Magical Moments with Alena, featuring Alena Chapman. If you missed an episode, download it now on iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn, CastBox, Deezer, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, or your favorite podcast platform. Learn more online at soulmanifesto.com.